with 4 seconds on the clock. And that one is hammered home.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards lead by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wizards.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Luke Mbah-a-Moute out there with Johnson, and it's Jordan in the center position. Morris with the rebound. Washington leading now by 5. Wall's shot is off. And they double up Paul. It's Jordan on the wing. Pass to Redick. Jordan sets the pick for Redick. Clock is at 3.
2 points.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. And they call over the back here, too much contact. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Wizards leading by 3. Wall attacking. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Well, I think all 3 of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't
He sure does.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
2 points.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Pierce.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Wizards out front. They're up by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. He's got 11 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Morris with the screen for Wall. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Last season, a mixed bag for Wall statistically. Some steps forward, but overall, lower numbers.
Yeah, but, he didn't score as much as he had the previous 2 seasons, but he was more efficient. And sometimes, Kevin, the better your team, the less you have to do, but he clearly is a better player.
The drive by Paul. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Jordan at the elbow. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
DeAndre Jordan.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Oubre, no one around him. And it's off from 3-point range.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range 2s as well as their fair share of 3.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Pulls it from 20. Paul can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Gortat. And he banks in the layup. Gortat's got 6.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Here's Green. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks, but the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
Jeffrey.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Off target from 3-point range. The Clippers in the lead. Moving it up. Paul dishes to Green. The drive by Paul. Jordan. And he jams it with authority.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, you might as well make those adjustments right away.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Johnson in a small forward. Washington calls timeout. It's been quite a game so far for DeAndre Jordan.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Reddick to the wing right side. Green, the screen. Mulligan, Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot off the pick. Paul can't get it to go. Wizards trailed by 3. Oubre can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Crawford with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Crawford passes to Paul. To the inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees, man. TJ looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 3. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. Crawford, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Crawford right side. Beal with the steal. Takes a 3. And that one's good.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Paul kicks to Green. Kicks it out to Crawford. Back to Green. Gortat with the steal. Beal gets a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Beal.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Crawford drives in. Here's Paul. Connects.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially